Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Hello, how are you? Very good. There's a quick lesson on Spanish for you before we start our English vocabulary words. So, we are going to be working on Unit 6, Week 4 vocabulary words this week. And I'm going to share my screen with you so we can get started right away. All right, guys. Our first word is abundance. Say it. Abundance. You can look at this picture and you can see that there's a man standing in front of what looks to be a wall of oranges. These oranges, obviously, it seems that he has a great amount. Noli, go play house with Quinny. Jack and Noel, you have to play house with your sister for a little bit. And you can go to your room. Don't tell me no. Go, Quinn. So obviously he has a great amount of oranges, more than one would probably need. So abundance, that's exactly what abundance means. It means the quantity that is a lot more than enough. So this man, my guess is, like I said, that he's selling oranges and he has way more than he would need on his own. So he has an abundance. Maybe your mom has an abundance of buttons because she sews. Maybe you have an abundance of, maybe there's an abundance of mosquitoes in the summer when you're playing outside. There's way more than there should be. Your next word is backdrop. Say backdrop. All right, this is a really good picture for a backdrop. Think about what this picture might be telling you about backdrop. So you can pause it here and talk with someone around you, or you can just think for a minute. So this is a picture in a picture almost. Obviously that's not really New York City there in that background. It is like someone getting a scene set up for a play. They've got the lights, they've got cameras, and they have that big sheet that has what looks like New York City on the back of it. So backdrop is that itself. It's a curtain at the back of a stage that's often painted and used as part of the scenery. So this big curtain has what looks like this city on it so that people who are watching the play can imagine that these people are in the city. Okay? Sometimes backdrops just have like trees and mountains and things like that, but this one itself has a city on it. All right, your next word is ceremonial. Say it. Ceremonial. So this is a picture. You can see it looks like people might be dancing. They're wearing feathers and headdresses, and they have special things in their hands. Some of them look like they're holding some sort of wooden, I don't know if it's like a baton kind of thing or something. You can see even their dress is different than how they normally dress. The ceremonial maybe has something to do with that. So think about what ceremonial might mean. This is a really good picture for ceremonial. Go ahead and pause here and talk about what you think it might mean. Ceremonial, these are Native Americans that are wearing ceremonial clothing. And ceremonial means that it's used for a formal occasion or purpose or for a ceremony. And these Native Americans are participating in what looks to be a powwow. And a powwow is a very important ceremony for Native Americans. In fact, in Bismarck, every year there's a powwow. That if you haven't ever been, you should check out at some point. It's just kind of a cool thing to see from other cultures. But ceremonial means it's a special ceremony And this chief is wearing ceremonial feathers to give thanks for a good harvest. So they're having this ceremony to give thanks for a good harvest. They farmed and they got a lot of crops. Your next word is drought. Say drought. Okay, drought. This is a picture for drought. It shows what looks to be dry ground with mountains and a blue sky. So how could that correlate with what drought might mean? Don't you think about drought? Pause here and talk to someone around you if someone's with you. If not, just think about what it might mean. Drought. So drought, again, this ground looks extremely dry. And the reason I think it looks dry is because it has the cracks in it. And I think about, even in our own backyards, if it's really dry, the dirt will start to crack because there hasn't been water on it for a while. So a drought is a long period of dry weather or lack of rain, or the dryness that results from such a period. So there's a drought going on here because there hasn't been rain in a very long time. So it's caused everything to be drought. Farmers fear droughts because their crops can't grow without water. And if you don't get water, then there's a drought. If you don't get rainfall, then the drought can occur. So that is drought. 2 more words. Graze. Say graze. So you can look at this picture. You can see that there is a cow eating some grass. Looks like they're in a field of some sort. So think about what graze might mean. This is a word we've heard around here in North Dakota. Okay, graze. So graze, again, this cow is in a field, it looks like, of some sort, eating some of the grass. And graze means to feed on growing grass. So cow will graze until it's full. So it walks around in the field and it eats grass until it's full. Okay, and that's what it means to graze. It means to walk around and eat this grass until it's full. All right, deer also graze in the wild. They walk around in the wild and they eat until they're full. All right, and your last word, shock. They shock. Excuse me. It looks like this dad and son are watching a movie. Probably like Finley and his dad. Maybe they're watching a scary movie because Finley loves to watch scary movies with his dad. And something shocking happened. So think about what shock might sound like, or what shock might mean. Excuse me. You can pause here if you haven't. Shock means a sudden, violent, or upsetting disturbance. So maybe they're watching a movie and something jumped out at them, and it was a sudden thing that disturbed them. Or it can be something violent that happens in a movie or in a book. Something that upset you that made you go or jump can be a shock. Okay. You could be reading something and you get a shock from what happened. You can't believe it. It's unbelievable. So that is what shock means. So that is all I have for you today for vocab words. Hopefully going through these and listening to your silly teacher go through these definitions will help you get a better understanding. Remember, these words are the words you are going to practice in your vocabulary activities tomorrow, and the words that you will use in your assignment on Friday. You guys have a great day, have a great week, and we will see you later. Bye.